Previously on What's in the Rift.
So ChroniCarl is a robotic cat. He mainly serves as the archivist for the ship.
PsychoBot 2000 is the latest in psychotherapy technology and shaped like a bear, like a big ol' huggable teddy bear.
My character is Donny Fink, and they are a regular human delivery driver.
And he lowers the bolt gun to your chest, presses it firmly against you. And as he goes to fire it, there's a bright flash, a horrible sound of rending metal, and the magnetic staple that was bound for your soft chest is instead attached to a spark roller that is traveling behind it at that very moment. You can see a small basketball-shaped robot that is perched precariously on spindly limbs that appear too thin to support its actual body. It has two oversized ocular ports that are raised from the surface of its chassis, giving it the distinct impression of wearing a set of oversized goggles. You know this robot as MARTY I, the owner of Zaptron Automat.
This unit's value is only 12 sauce packets. It appears to be picked over, and unfortunately that falls below the repair worth. As the nearest unaffixed robots, it does fall to you to take the scrap down to the ZA foundry, and please get a new HLPR assembled.
So Helpis is, for some reason, while still being a robot, just incredibly ripped. He's about 7 feet tall. For some reason, he's just wearing blue jeans.
Wait right there, human. We cannot begin this week's listening session without your mandatory capitalism injection.
This show is supported by Odoo. When you buy business software from lots of vendors, the costs add up, and it gets complicated and confusing. Odoo solves this. It's a single company that sells a suite of enterprise apps that handles everything from accounting to inventory to sales. Odoo is all connected on a single platform in a simple and affordable way. You can save money without missing out on the features you need. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Rise, all victims of oppression. Take up the mantle of the brave. Don't cling so hard to old tradition, for there's no master with no slaves.
The foundry assembly bay settles down, the flurry of activity subsides, and there's a large puff of steam. And you can hear from the other room some cursing, and then a clank, and the overhead pneumatic valve appears to stop its intermittent hissing. And in strolls Marty again, with one of his helper robots at his side.
Hey, Marty, look at what your stupid pneumatic valve did.
What's happened here?
Great things, I can only presume.
Oh no. Oh.
I am Helpis.
Well,
Helpis, how do you feel about that?
I'm seeing a lot of error codes on my screen.
Does that alarm you? Would you like to set up a time and date to talk about the error codes?
Well, I don't know what right is, so I can only assume this is fine.
Not bad, you're beautiful.
Very well, then.
This should be good. How can I help?
Marty looks incredibly, as much as a basketball with goggles can, perturbed.
Hey, help us. Can you dribble him?
No.
Probably.
No.
Oh,
Thank you, Helpis.
Helpis, that's right.
Helpis. I have to say, I don't blame any of you for this, but how did this end up happening? Listen, officially, we shouldn't be able to generate anything that is a Gear X model of robot. And I promise you that we have never been in the business of creating personal satisfaction units. And this obviously has some of those schematics incorporated. So please...
Yeah, someone would never mistake you for that.
Well, you'll find that I'm not entirely made of those parts. I have the standard HLPR head.
Yes, yes. Doubly incriminating, I must say.
You got that beautiful, helpful braid, too, it sounds like.
Yes, but I sense a great sadness in this bear.
That would be me. I cannot have any of you letting this information out. This Helpis, you should not exist. You could...
Well, that's rude.
I apologize, but you are a unique robot and one using our greatest competitors' schematics, and it could spell financial ruination for Zaptron Automatic.
I'm like them, but better.
Sure, yes. Here.
Stronger, faster, and half the processing speed.
Oh.
He stops and stares blankly at you for a second, Helpis, and he turns to you all and makes kind of a sweeping gesture with his cane.
Hold still.
And he goes up to the terminal, who reflexively says, as soon as he summons it to life,
I told you no.
No, please spin up an HLPR, business justification replacement, estimated value, 30 sauce packets, cost center code, Zaptron Automatic, general ledger code GL429, priority 1, requester MARTY I, requester line manager NA, comments NA.
Uncle just said NA the whole time?
Obviously happy to be dealing with a competent operator. The terminal unit spins into action and it burps out another helper robot. Marty quickly interacts with it, tells it to go and engage in affixing robots to the hull, and then turns back to you.
PsychoBot, Donny, ChroniCarl.
Whose money did you just spend?
Helpis.
You just made a robot. With what money?
With my money.
You do that a lot?
With Zaptron Automat's money.
You just making dudes all the time?
And please, refer to it by its proper name, sauces.
You're saucing dudes all the time? You just making a bunch of guys behind our back?
I cannot allow you to be out and about with this thing, and I certainly can't allow him to be affixed to the hull. So...
I do not wish to be out and about with any of them.
He looks cool as fuck.
Please, if you would, I would like to offer you accommodations in my private suite until further notice.
That sounds lovely. This is the only room I know.
Will he fit?
I'll do my best.
Might add, as if I need to sweeten this deal, but it is a beautiful place. More than spacious enough for all of you and whatever possessions you may own. We do have a battery station there, and you can take batteries free of charge.
Who's paid for it?
Oh, how pleasant.
Well, not you, and that's what's important.
That's
right?
not what it's important.
Okay, well, we can handle that when we're there, ChroniCarl. We are up on the forecastle deck, meaning that we will have a view of the rift. Have any of you seen the rift as we traverse it?
What's in the rift?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
Well, let's find out together.
And he without waiting for confirmation, turns and walks back through the area that he had just come in. Behind you, you feel a helper bot spread its arms wide and begin trying to usher you forward.
It's a good thing I'm short.
Please don't touch me.
You enter the room where Marty is waiting impatiently for you, and he instructs one of the other helper units to open the door onto the catwalks that lace the second level of server. This is an area...
Hey, look, I'm on a catwalk, right?
That's
This is
clever.
an area that few of you, well, especially not Helpis, but few of you are ever privileged to traverse. This is an area relatively free of the sauce crime and offers direct connections to some of the most important places within Servertown.
Wow, I can't believe everything is like this everywhere.
And everyone else that you haven't seen looks exactly like you. Yep.
Well, help us. We might as well fill you in on the details of everything here. If you would, please attempt to connect to Clankton.
Don't do it, bro.
It seems that's missing.
It's like perfect.
Are you making the character choice that you don't have access to Clankton?
I think so. I seem to only have access to a large amount of instruction manuals.
Oh. Well.
That's helpful.
This should suffice. I think it'll be fine.
Well then, all right. I suppose I'll explain what I can to you. Then, help us.
It can be an overtime type thing.
Sure.
As you walk down these catwalks, Marty turns periodically back to you and says, whatever comes to mind, pointing out buildings, pointing out different structures along the way. He then turns to a different topic that he's obviously a little bit more uncomfortable talking about.
Well, help us. It would seem that you are using some of our competitors' schematics, and that is difficult for all of us, I think.
How does that even happen?
It's also a little charitable to call you their competitor. They're kind of wiping the floor with you.
As any good corporate denizen knows, that it is imperative to be aware of what your competitors are doing.
Am I the product of theft?
You all are very open in the way that you speak of these things. I wouldn't call it theft. I would call it market research.
You're a thief of joy, Marty.
And to be clear, these aren't specific schematics. These are schematics that are a product of our best guess of the designs of different units. We keep a catalog of Gearx units. Just as a matter of measuring where we are at versus our competitors.
So you've been trying to make them?
Well, no, I think I've not said that. I think we're just keeping track of where Gearx is moving in the market.
Are you making some PSUs, Marty? Come on, be honest.
Oh, no, not for me. I am much too small and much too fragile for any type of activity that would involve any type of satisfaction.
That was way too personal of what I said.
I like the way you dance around admitting to crimes, little round man.
Marty, I can open time on my schedule if you'd like to talk about your issues.
You're all incredibly generous and honest and just very dedicated robots and humans.
And he kind of makes a dismissive gesture towards you, Donny.
Hey.
Just for the record, all comments are confidential, Marty.
Well, that's for the best. I hope all of you have the same discretion.
Oh, there's the open record sack, bro.
Marty turns to you, Helpis, and says,
Without being connected to Clankton, I suppose I should fill you in on GearX. GearX is the biggest competitor of Zaptron Automat, and it is headed up by MARTY II. MARTY II is the same central processing unit model as myself. We are both market and analysis robots, hence the name MARTY. However, MARTY II has taken a considerably different tack on how he handles business. You may be familiar, Donny especially, with Sauce Sachet, the gig delivery system for humans. He's also expanded that to a gig delivery system for robots known as AutoWork. I'm sure that your compatriots can tell you all about AutoWork, but functionally, if you power down your CPU, if you put it into sleep mode, AutoWork will take control of your robot's chassis to do menial tasks around the ship, around Endeavor.
Terrifying.
Typically loading sauce into vats, and those vats then emptying them into the tanks.
This is how they get you not to think.
Well,
Turn
no,
off
hold
your
on.
brain.
I would say I think AutoWork is a dangerous technology to be using. I do not condone AutoWork as a viable business model, let alone something that you should subject yourself to.
I would like to state for the record there is research that turning off your brain can be useful in managing your emotions. Would you like me to teach you about that, Marty?
I'm taking notes.
There's nothing I think that you could teach me on that front, although I do appreciate your generosity.
I don't know how to write.
That's all right.
You're a robot.
A lot of what we do is
never
digital.
arise. Yeah. We're good, Helpis, don't worry.
Okay, all right. Just trying to be a good helper and take notes.
No, that's all right.
I found this paper in a trash can we passed.
I don't know. Is it put
that
at the
was
sauce
Lucille.
liners?
There seems to be some sort of sauce all over it, yes.
Oh, yeah, well,
Ew.
please get rid of it. There's no need for you to have that, Helpis, please.
Elphys just wipes his hands on the ground. There we go.
Great. No, okay. As you can imagine, me and MARTY II are not exactly friendly. We are direct competitors in the market.
He looks a little bit disturbingly at you, rubbing your hands on the ground as you walk along.
I'm just picturing this 7-foot tall, flat-headed, built robot, like on all fours. But
Discarding his finger painting.
Do not look at my ass.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Let's continue this as we after we enter my abode.
You've found yourselves at one of the central lifts in the ship. The ship has a few central areas that allow you to traverse between different decks. The dimensions of the ship, as you would all know, are staggering. About the size of Manhattan, the Endeavor is a true, space colony ship whose sole purpose is to traverse the galaxy looking for viable sauce deposits to bring back to Earth. This lift goes directly to MARTY I's home on the surface of Endeavor, some 40, 50 decks above where you're at right now. He steps inside. The two helper units with him dutifully stand to either side of the door, and he turns around and looks at you and says,
Well, step aboard with me and we'll head on up.
So do I get to look at the spark rollers later?
Oh,
Or now?
here. I apologize.
and his eyes go dark again for a second and spring back to life, and he says,
You'll have to bear with me. This is a very old model.
and he spreads his little spindly legs akimbo and squats down a little bit, and a screech of a thermal printer begins to sound, and a little receipt pops out of his backside that he tears off and hands to you, Donny.
How does a
and says,
basketball have a backside?
You poop this.
The side away from the
This
goggles.
is poop.
And he hands you this script and says,
This should be good at any spark roller dealership that you that is most convenient to you.
and as he hands it over, the paper's still warm. You read on it, voucher 1 spark roller, value up to 120 saucies.
Read the fine print, bro.
There is no
Yeah, I
fine
mean,
print on this.
They're all
That's
really
even
convenient
worse.
to me right now. They're all so close by.
Well, I mean, I'm not being a cycling enthusiast myself. I'm not quite sure, but I assure you that this is good, wherever you choose to use it.
Do you have nutrition pills so I can eat until we can get closer to
yes,
one?
there's a store for when the captain visits, as well as other ship dignitaries. So there are nutrition pills up there, as well as direct lines to a few of the more choice sauce fats down below.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got some stuff tucked away, but okay, cool.
Well,
And he again gestures impatiently for you all to join him aboard the lift.
Man, that's so lame. You gotta eat nutrition pills all the time. It's like, I don't want to be held down. Hey, Marty, is there a place where I can plug in when we get up there?
there are enough batteries for you and your friends to stay charged for a lifetime.
Oh, how generous.
And I should say that they're at your disposal.
If I pet you, will the spark charge you? A little scratch?
You can pet me.
Okay.
I have a purring mechanism.
Remember, meatbag. Boundaries are important. You must request
I asked.
permission.
I'm just trying to.
Meatbag did
That was-
ask.
That was me asking. I said I could pet, and because you spark. You never. No, you probably haven't.
You're doing your
so
best,
when
Right
we
here.
walk, and then we
Under the
touch
chin.
something. Yes, see, and
The
then,
chin,
but
yeah.
sometimes it makes a little zap.
Marty is staring at all of you, awkwardly fondling each other on the other side of the doors to this lift.
I waddle into the lift.
Well, that's one.
I suppose I'll join.
Okay, please. If I must insist, I will.
Marty, do you have carpet?
Do I have carpet?
Is there carpet in your?
Oh,
In
what
your
a
space?
strange human accommodation. I do not recall. There may be a room with carpet somewhere in there, but it wouldn't be one that I frequent.
Oh, well, if we find carpet, we'll try again later. Okay?
Listen,
All right, we can go.
the batteries are. I promise you.
And he begins to explain that the batteries are Zaptron automatic batteries, and they can charge at any ZA charger in his home.
I'm making a priority 1 note to find carpet at some point.
He very frustratedly starts waving his cane and then knocks on the wall with the cane, and the doors slide closed. And you all...
Helpis, what are you taking that note on?
In my brain, my head.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're learning.
I can't. That's right. I can't write.
Just imagining you with writing with a stylus on your own face.
That's how he does it.
A meaty finger. Just
Not on
drawing
the
his-
broad, naked chest, the human-shaped abdomen and chest.
That wouldn't make any sense.
No, of course not. How would you read it? Much unlike your face, easily viewable. The doors slide shut, and you all travel rapidly upwards.
Are we trapped in here forever?
No, help us. No, no, we will be there.
And there's a ding, and the doors slide open.
Hello, human. If you are listening to this podcast, that means you are overdue for your mandatory capitalism injection. Remember, your attention is non-negotiable.
Today, I met the love of my life. Her name is Juniper Sumo.
She seemed kind of off to me.
Why would you think that? Tell me.
It's her eyes. They're just so dark. I feel like she was going to eat me or something.
I get that a lot.
Hell really broke the mold. They released her.
And she is everything.
Something's amiss at Juniper's house. Available everywhere this Valentine's Day.
For the struggle carries on. Seek out the hammer and the silver. Strike down those who do us wrong.
Hammer and silver.
The doors slide open on the lift, and before you is a palatial estate. Marty I clacks his way out of the lift, and you watch him amble across a massive atrium with a apparently transparent dome, allowing you a view out into the system that you are currently mining for sauce in. You are orbiting the milky white and vaguely bluish green speckled RX-1038, the ranch asteroid. And you can see it prominently in the window as the Endeavour goes through the demooring process, where it breaks the anchor that it has to the asteroid and begins floating away. There's a clunk and a reverberation that can be felt throughout the entire ship. But up here especially, you can hear it reverberating in this gigantic transparent dome.
Ah, yes. Plenty of time. We have at least another 2 hours until we are prepared for rifting. Please make yourselves comfortable. As previously stated, there are a number of rooms, accommodations appropriate for a human, Donny, as well as many ZA batteries as you can carry with you. Load up. I have more than enough of these things, and they should be good for you at any charging station, or one of the number of ZA chargers that we have around my home.
Indeed, as you look around, you see several wall terminals that you recognize. Not you, Helpis, you don't recognize this at all, but ChroniCarl and PsychoBot recognize as charging station. Marty walks over to an area close to the edge of the dome where there is what Donny would recognize as a living room. There are several low-slung couches. There is a soft lamp, and a little unit springs out of the floor as Marty crawls his way up onto one of these low couches, plants his cane next to him, and this unit that arises begins playing a soft classical song. Something inoffensive, but that fills the space with treacly, if uninspired music.
Is this carpet? Are these chairs covered in carpet?
Something similar. If you would, come join me here in the living room. It's where we'll have the best view of the demooring process, as well as an opportunity to discuss, without any chance of anyone overhearing, how we will accommodate Helpis through his time here aboard the Endeavour.
All right, Donny, my skin friend. Let's do it. Let's try this.
Come here. You said the chin? Like the chin?
Yeah. Yeah, scratch right there in the chin.
Are you trying to create a static charge that will zap ChroniCarl?
Yeah,
is that what's happening here?
Yes.
All right. Donnie, build me a dice pool. This is a D12 challenge.
Oh, yeah, right there on the chin. You got it.
You have to beat a 15.
Oh, man. I feel like I can use social.
Sure. Yeah, I buy it.
Oh, my.
Petting a sentient thing, I guess, is social.
Yep. Oh, man. Working for tips feels real wrong to say.
Makes it kind of dirty, but I'll take it.
You know, we got Helpis here, so it's fine.
Sure.
Just happy to help.
Maybe you,
I mean, out of order might work too, because you're definitely trying to do something that isn't within a robot specification.
But I thought it had to be a robot not in our party.
Oh, no, that's just for the SFX. The out of order was your distinction that you try to use things that aren't in ways that they weren't intended.
Okay, you know what? We'll go with that, just because it gives you a delightful opportunity.
Okay.
We're gonna.
I mean, I guess your role would probably work too. This is a type of human-robot relation.
It is. We'll use that.
All right.
What's the best kind?
And and we'll go with teamwork.
Let's make this dream work.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Give me that roll.
Okay. I have to beat a 15. What if we tie?
Yes.
Because I've got an 11 and a 4.
Ties go to the challenger.
I've got an 11 and a 4.
Okay.
And a 2.
What are your other dice?
Just a 2.
A 2. Okay. You only rolled 3 dice?
I did.
Okay. You had social, out of order, and the roll?
Yeah, I rolled social. I rolled out of order. And
it should have been 4 dice.
I didn't use a roll.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's fine. So what is the effect dice then? What's the die that isn't made up for your... Is it a D6, D12, D8?
Is it D8?
D8? All right. You will gain that effect die. The next time that you need to do something related to charge, ChroniCarl, you have an additional D8. So give yourself a D8 asset. Mark it somewhere on your sheet. You will have an additional D8 whenever you need to charge. That is an impressive to beat a D12 challenge for this. In fact, Ray, why don't you describe to me exactly what this looks like?
So Donny is gonna scoot their feet along the floor a couple times around the cat, and then just sort of bend down to ChroniCarl and very carefully, without touching anything else first, just scratch the chin.
That's the right spot. I think we got it.
Yep. And as soon as we do it, there's just a little zap.
I'm at full charge.
Your battery does, while not registering at full charge, does register additional charge that you did not have before.
My bad. It felt like full charge.
Maybe if we try the tummy next time.
That's pretty personal.
Marty looks appalled at the two of you and says,
I try my best not to judge anyone's engagement with species. I don't know if that applies. Relations.
Don't word it that way.
But
even I know that's weird.
If you are going to continue engaging with one another in that manner, I would ask that you at least retire yourselves to a room.
Bye, Marty.
You're a weird guy, huh?
Don't you want to try it? Where's your spirit of adventure?
Quickly trying to change the subject, he taps again on the couch and says,
Please take a seat. I need all of you close enough to the radio here, if you will.
What's happening on the radio?
Okay.
It's providing some measure of cover so that if there is a listening device here, most likely from Marty II, it would allow us some measure of secrecy.
Whoa, this is real serious, huh? He's stealing your designs too? Just like you're stealing his?
This is business, ChroniCarl. Despite your idealized view of the world, this is what reality is like. You do not get to just wander around with your pie in the sky of notions about how the world operates when you get to be at my level. Everyone is always listening, and everyone is a potential security leak. The fact that I had to walk through Server Town with an obviously stolen design could spell my ruination. And you have no idea the amount of saucies that I will have to spend to keep this quiet.
So you don't want people to hear about how you stole the designs.
He glares at you, his little goggle eyes narrowing on his basketball body.
Not just fucking with you. Come on, man.
I need all of your words that you will not spread this around. And Helpis, you must stay here in this home with me. For the foreseeable
Hold on,
future.
you're not going to use them as a PSU, are you?
I assure you, no interest in that whatsoever.
I don't like where this is headed.
But can we stay with Helpis to make sure?
I would like that. I can only assume these are my best friends, so...
That's right, bud.
Oh, no.
He looks at you, and for the first time in this entire interaction, you can see, like, a glimmer of anger on his face, but it is tightly controlled.
Name your price. Whatever you desire is yours, so long as this stays within this room.
I think we need to negotiate that part, because this guy thought an elevator was the entire world. We gotta keep him getting experiences. We can't just stay in this.
That's right. I wish to learn. And what's so wrong with learning?
For your case, quite a bit. It could spell a great deal of cost to me.
Don't listen to him, Helpis. You're your own person. You gotta make this decision.
Oh, well, I want to be... Well, I want to be my own robot, but also I'd like to help people, so... If you need any help, you just let me know.
You would help me greatly by staying here in my home, Helpis, and I can assure you that you will have a comfortable, toil-free life for as long as you remain a member of the ship.
Maybe we could do something. One time I saw 3 little robots all stand on top of each other and put a trench coat over, and they didn't look like 3 little robots.
I could wear a puffy coat.
Yeah.
Marty glares disapprovingly at all of you.
You don't have any coats?
I fear that you are not taking this with the appropriate
Helpis could fix my coat.
Oh, yeah, bomber jacket is pretty badass.
Helpis, can you sew?
I probably have a booklet for it.
I think he's too ripped for a bomber jacket, though. Look at this guy.
The sleeves could just be like arm warmers.
Oh my God. It's like wrist guards.
You spend about 10 minutes going back and forth on different ways that you could disguise Helpis and the rest of you to get out and about.
I'm saying don't discount the infinity scarf. Come on, people.
Marty's eyes have been dead from the first 30 seconds of this conversation as he is obviously elsewhere connected to Clankton.
It seems Marty has checked out.
Checking out is a common defense mechanism when the situation is too stressful for one to handle.
Exactly.
Preach.
Marty's eyes flicker back to life and he says,
are we still discussing various disguises?
We're coming up with a plan.
No matter. If you desire to disguise yourselves, I can put you in a different body. We can put your CPU in an entirely new chassis. And that would solve both of our problems. Helpis?
But what about my rippling abs?
Yeah, that's part of who he is.
This is me. This is who I am.
I'm I'm afraid that your CPU is that of an HLPR unit, which is not compatible with a Gear X chassis, and would present the same problems. But I can put you in an actual HLPR unit, or I can put you in a ChroniCarl if you desire.
And consider,
CC
what if we didn't do that?
Oh!
He gestures back and forth a little bit.
Would you like a PB-2000 unit, a PsychoBot? Or
how's that different than wearing a jacket?
I don't know what that is.
I can put you... the bear, your bear companion. I could make you a bear with perhaps rippling abs. I'm sure there's a business justification I can find for that.
I don't want to be a bear. I want to be a Helpis.
He looks frustrated. He says,
"Then I'm afraid you're going to have to stay here. Help us."
But what if no?
Oh!
Extraordinary rebuttal, is it not?
I am relying on your goodwill, and I am trying to be as accommodating as I possibly can. All that I ask is that you have the same consideration for me that I am trying to provide for you.
I just feel such a strong desire to help these people. They're my best friends.
You know, Helpis. First of all, Helpis, I'm offended that you continue to refer to us as people. Second, it seems, Marty, as though you have made Helpis here the scapegoat of your bad decisions attempting to steal designs from Marty II. And that is unfair to Helpis.
Damn, PsychoBot cuts to the core.
Helpis scoots up a chair and sits down. Let's unpack this.
It seems that you cannot accept blame for your own actions. Would you like to talk more about this in private? All sessions are confidential, and I can assure you that Marty II will not be listening.
Would we have a group session?
I could arrange for a group session. Would you like a group session, Marty?
Marty is visibly flustered, his thin, spindly arms working back and forth, reflexively grabbing his cane and going to tap something but finding nothing to tap. And he then turns back to you and says,
This is not a time for levity or for jokes. All I am asking...
I am not joking.
...is that...
The mental health of all individuals on this ship is my responsibility. The fact that you would take my responsibility as a joke is offensive.
I apologize for
asking for emotional honesty.
Then please allow me to speak. I am prepared...
This is a safe space.
Are we done?
Yes.
Is that all you want to say?
I am prepared to do whatever it takes to make sure that this mistake stays between us. And to be clear, Helpis, I am not calling you a mistake, but I am calling the fact that you were engineered unintentionally from a ZA foundry a mistake. Because it's not just misfortune for me. I will be out a large sum of money, which I would detest. But Helpis, you would be dismantled and destroyed. UX could make a claim on your body as intellectual property and remove it from you forcibly. And I do not want that to happen. For whatever it's worth, I know that ChroniCarl in particular has a very negative view of me, but I want everyone to be safe and to be happy. And I am doing my best to find an agreement between all of us where we can all achieve that. Have I not acted in good faith so far? I have given your friend a voucher for their spark roller, and
I just gotta find it.
I'm sure that there's a directory that will point you to a spark roller dealership. I have brought you here for the lifting. I have made my home open to you and offered you, availed you of its services, and I've offered you batteries free of charge for the remainder of your time on board the Endeavor.
Why can't you save the money that you spend on batteries and offering people upgrades and just take the hit for making this helpless.
Could we just change his pants?
There you go. I could wear different pants. I'm not against
we were focused on jackets the whole time.
I'm not married to the denim.
That's like a totally different thing, right?
Yeah.
I think it might be married to you. Could you
I would
actually
wear a
take
pair
that
of
off?
corduroys.
Why don't you give him your jacket?
Some
What
chinos,
about a pair
perhaps?
of carpet pants?
You find me a carpet. I'll fashion some pants.
Marty is dismayed,
so
and his little limbs look like they're about to spin loose from their sockets as you guys go back and forth again about how you could best disguise Helpis.
Oh, what about a hat?
As you are going through this, another klaxon sounds. This one is familiar to all of you. This is the rift engagement warning. At this point, were you in Servotown, if you had not yet been attached to the hull, it would mean that this would be where everyone would have to be ushered outside to be attached to the external hull outside of the Servotown airlock. It's imminent that the rift will be cut and the ship will drop in. And Marty looks at you again and says,
Please, I need to ensure that you will do whatever you can to prevent this word from getting out. If a disguise is what you can agree to, then I will engage a tailor bot to whip you up whatever clothing you suits. It's not my preferred route, but something boxy enough, hopefully, to conceal your rippling physique, Helpis.
Because it's a big and tall tailor bot. I got you.
Fine. I will even use your preferred
We can make it
vendor.
happen. Of course. I trust my friends here.
Can we all agree on this?
Yeah, we will too.
Yeah, sure.
If you help us live a life, that's all I care about.
Certainly.
and he crosses his arms over his chest, and his goggles go dark for a second, and his eyes flash lighting and says,
I've sent all of... Oh. Not all of you have Plankton. Okay.
In fact, none of us do.
Well, no, there is definitely an account for PsychoBot. I've sent a number of documents since this conversation has started to that account, PsychoBot. Have you not been
As part of my confidentiality programming, this is disabled.
and he looks extremely frustrated, and he kind of wiggles to the end of the couch, and his little legs reach down and touch the floor, and he scoots back away from it.
I have never had to do this twice in one day before.
And he squats down, and the thermal printer comes on, and the screech of paper being printed is heard throughout the atrium.
Please don't look at me, not directly in the eye while I do this. It's
Okay. I'm so sorry. And Helpis turns to the corner of the room. I'm so sorry.
And with a rip, he produces the still warm thermal paper on which you see a contract as well as a voucher.
You were ragging on me for getting a scritch on the chin, and you do this?
In front of a group of people, no less. Is this what all of the world is like?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This is a relic of a bygone day, and I regret that this is still here, but it is apparently useful when dealing with some obstinate robots.
You don't have to keep refilling the receipt paper.
On this contract in front of you, you see, you will not in public reveal yourself or the nature of what kind of robot you are, Helpis. And at all times you will do your best to conceal the nature of your being and the provenance of how you got here. Also on this contract is specification that this is for the duration of the trip on board the Endeavor, and that the penalties for not doing, as this contract outlines, is that you assume all responsibility for the production of Helpis, and you indemnify Zaptron Automat and Marty I himself of any accountability or culpability for you existing.
I don't know what a lot of these words mean, and then signs it. I also can't write, so that's gonna have to do. It's just scribbles. And then a smiley face. I figured that one out.
You still got some mustard on your hands.
He peels the paper off of its backing and affixes it to a clipboard that is by the couch there, and shoves it into a little pneumatic tube, and with a great sucking sound, it disappears into the wall.
All right, I feel considerably better. If you all turn your backs again, I do need to print this voucher for the tailor bot.
Oh, no. All right.
And he does so, and by the time he's finished, the klaxon for the cutting of the rift stops. And with that, you hear a hum building throughout the chassis of the ship. And then an almost blinding light is seen outside of the transparent wall of this. ChroniCarl, PsychoBot, have either of you been affixed to the hull before as part of rifting?
Yeah, I have.
Yes, I would definitely say so.
Okay. You would know that it's at this point that you were advised to put your CPU into sleep mode, as the actual rifting can be considerably traumatic if you're exposed directly to the substrate of space once the rift is cut. Have both of you always listened to that?
No.
No, man. It's the greatest high you could have.
Okay. You would know then that once the rift is cut, you'd recognize this laser. You'd recognize the bright green nature of it. You would recognize the intense throbbing that it causes in all your ocular units. And you would know that once the rift is cut and you descend into it, all your sensors become useless. It's insensing. There's conflicting information that is being fed to every one of your sensory inputs, and it is a mystifying, frightening, scary, and exhilarating experience, but one that you have very little recollection of when it's done. As you watch this laser slice into space itself at a distance, you don't feel the normal burn that you would in your nociceptors as you see the pulse of the laser. And once the hole is cut, you can clearly see a milky white substrate undulating in a hole cut in space. And the engines of the Endeavor fire on, and it embarks towards the rip in space. Marty looks around you, receipt in hand, and tries to give it to you, ChroniCarl, since you know a tailor bot who is your cousin. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's a colloquialism. You know, we're not really the cousin. We're robots.
He hands you the voucher.
Should I wash my hands after touching this?
Yeah, where am I going to put this?
Wherever suits you.
I start.
If you noticed, it is on backing paper. You can peel it off and affix it to your chassis if that's easiest.
Helpis starts rummaging through the drawers looking for a Ziploc bag or something. I don't want this touching my pockets. Yeah.
You all know that going through a rift is generally, there's a reason that robots are affixed to the hull, right? The ship begins to vibrate almost imperceptibly at first, but as you get closer, it becomes more and more jarring. Marty says,
You all better find a way to anchor yourselves to something, and fast, because this is about to get dirty.
You all need to build me a dice pool to find a place to anchor yourselves as this approaches. Donny, this includes you. You would normally be in your quarters in a suspension chair, which would handle the intense vibrations and G-forces that come with traveling through the fabric of space.
Okay.
Clock's a-ticking. This is going to be a D10 challenge. And you are beating a 13. I would recommend investigating your SFX. I would recommend using the one plot point that everybody starts with at the start of the game, perhaps to step up dice or as a cost.
So stepping up dice, how does that work?
Spend a plot point, step up one die. So if you have a D6, you step it up, it becomes a D8. You have a D8, you step it up, it becomes a D10, so on and so forth. You can't step up a D12.
And we have to beat a what? Sorry.
13.
And we need a die from which sections again? Remind me.
You have to use one from distinction, otherwise it's up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a dice pool
I
assembled?
want to try to find some information in the archive.
Okay.
Of maybe whatever history there is of these quarters and how people survive this.
Are you doing archival research, your SFX? Or what are you doing here? Are you just making a roll to see if you can find something about how to?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to make a roll. So use mental.
Okay.
Survive.
Okay.
Critical examination.
Okay.
Investigation.
Okay.
And, sure, archivist too.
All right, give me that roll.
Okay. I got a 13, 3 of 1s.
Okay, that succeeds.
Okay. I have this, if I succeed on a roll, I can step up one dice in another player's roll. I don't think we ever decided when I could use that. Can I use it after they've rolled, or do I have to do it before?
I would, for the cost of a plot point, you could do it afterwards, but they'd have to re-roll that die then. That's considerably more beneficial.
Yeah, okay. We'll keep that in my pocket for everyone else then.
Okay. So, what are you seeking specifically?
If there's a history of how Marty or any other robots have endured this while in his palatial estate.
Yeah, absolutely. So you would know that there are specialized, hard points within the wall that you would affix yourself to by means of what is, for all intents and purposes, a magnetic staple, however, not driven through your body. Instead, pre-affixed to the wall at designated points, hard points on girders of the structure. These are usually kept in more affluent homes of robots. They are kept in decorative things, whether it be wall paintings or furniture or things that look like they're disguised as things because they're seen as unsightly amongst the well-to-do. So you would assume that somewhere within this whatever you want to call it, this palatial accommodation, that there is probably one or several hard points for robot.
All right, we gotta find those magnetic hard points. PsychoBot. I'm sure you've heard people talk about them. I heard they're not very comfortable.
We're going to roll a new challenge that you guys will have to beat with that information. We are stepping down the value of the challenge from a D10 to a D8. And the new challenge that you have to beat is an 8. You have to beat an 8 now.
Does anybody go? Or?
You all have to find a way to attach yourselves. You have...
Oh, okay.
You have 3 more actions. I will say 3 more actions in total before you have to make a roll to attach.
What is the distinction die? It's not labeled on the sheet, and I don't remember.
A D8. D8. It's always a D8.
Can we try to just
Or if you hinder it, it's a D4.
Can we try to just get Helpis to just gather all of our small bodies up and hold on to something that we find?
Okay,
if you want to try it.
Staple myself.
I am looking around for these points. Do I need to list off my pool to you?
Okay. Yeah, please.
Let's see. I've got social. I can use that attribute.
Okay.
That's a 10. Survive from the traits. Just leave me alone. Because I just want to be affixed to the freaking hall. I'm going to use the face because somehow nobody else.
You're going to have to explain to me how the face is going to help you with this.
Okay, how about the psychologist? The face made sense in my head.
You're going to have to explain to me how the psychologist is going to help.
I can't explain the psychologist because everybody is freaking out a little bit.
Okay, I'll buy that.
And then I'm going to use observant from my skills.
Okay,
we can only use
fair.
one skill, right?
Yep, only one. So you're using observant as a D12.
Yep.
You're using psychologist as a D8.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave me alone as a D8. I'm assuming because you're taking initiative and not waiting for any further help. You're rolling against this challenge to find an anchor point. And you're using your D10 survive and your D10 mental, right?
Yep.
Okay.
10, 9, 4, 5, 8.
Okay, that definitely beats the challenge. You hit... Well, okay. You know that they're hidden. You know that there is at least one here. Describe to me how you find a hard point within this room, this dome that is apparently open to space with the transparent walls.
My elbow on the one arm, the soft covering is damaged, and so I walk around the room knocking my elbow for the sound change to hear where the hard point is, because it rings differently when it gets hit with metal.
Okay, you do this, you come across like a wall cornice, and directly below that, when you tap your elbow on the wall, you hear a very solid thunk, and you can recognize there are some soft grooves around this area, and as you press on it, it slides back into the wall, opens up, and you find underneath it one hard point. And you lean back into it, and with a satisfying click, you are now attached to the wall. What are the rest of you doing? Now with that one gone, you are going to get a new challenge. Still a D8 challenge. That is a 7 and a 3. The new one is a 10. So 10 is the new value to beat.
All right. Put me in, coach. So Helpis is going to... first Helpis is going to query the room. Would you like for me to carry you guys to the hard point?
Yes, please.
All right, so Helpis is going to be scooping them up. And so that would be physical.
Mm-hmm. Well, hold up. There's no roll just yet because you have to describe to me.
No roll
you have to describe to me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm basically going to be using, accessing all of those instruction booklets that he has to see if he has some sort of information on where hardpoints typically are, and how to actually connect to one.
Okay, sure. Let's make that roll before you gather everybody up, because you can discover one hard point in the room with that roll.
I'm gonna die.
So that's 7 additional to the 10, so you have to beat 7.
Okay, yeah, so I'm nowhere near that.
Okay. What are you at? Are you less than 5? away from it.
So, am I just using 2, or is this all?
Yeah, you
of
can
them?
only choose 2.
Okay, yes, that'd be 10.
So 10?
Mm-hmm.
So 17 versus 10 means that this is... there's no such thing as a heroic failure in Cortex Prime. If you exceed it by more than 5, then it's usually a heroic success. You get a PP. You get to describe exactly how it happens, so on and so forth. But in this case, you are going to get your complication. We are going to put that on your distinction. And so what happens is you go and look in this internal archive that you have, much like ChroniCarl. However, yours is just instruction booklets. You're looking for any kind of instruction booklet on hard points that are concealed, and you are coming up completely blank. Unfortunately, they just don't exist. These types of hard points are usually custom jobs, and there's just not much of a standardized demand for them. So there would be no reason for there to be any kind of help document relating to them. You have a total of 2 more actions before you reach the rift.
All
right. And at that point, everybody is rolling against a D12 challenge if they're not already affixed to the wall.
If I use my limit socialist theory to take myself out of a scene, does that save me?
Yeah, you'd essentially knock you out. Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to interact until we ended up on the other side of the rift, though.
Right.
And there could potentially be consequences for that. I'm just warning you.
Yeah. That's a break glass.
Yeah.
Last option.
You did roll a challenge on that, so I am refreshing the challenge. Oh, that's an 8 on one of them and a 4. So the new challenge rating is a 12 for the next action. Every second that passes, the vibrations on the ship get more intense. Now, everything that isn't affixed to one of the walls or the tables has shaken free and is falling to the floor around you. You notice that Marty is visibly upset, and he runs to the opposite side of the room, and he approaches what appears to be a binary code painting of some sort that has been scrawled on the wall, and he taps a few of the dots on it, and the wall slides aside, and he affixes himself to a hard point behind it. Donny, you don't have a hard point,
no.
So you're going to have to find some other means of avoiding being shaken painfully throughout all this.
I mean, I have ideas about that.
Let's hear them.
But I've got to find something for Helpis to get stuck to.
I mean, you don't have to. Helpis can fend for himself. He's all of like 2 hours old.
But I want to save Helpis. Okay, but you don't have... See, my idea for saving myself and Helpis is that I can just, like, lash us together with our belt loops on our pants. Because we both have pants. And then Helpis can be clicked in. And maybe I can just hold you.
All right. Let's hear it. What do you guys got?
We have to find... Can't we just, like, tap around if this stuff's getting shaken loose? We just start tapping on the walls?
Yeah. Do whatever you want. There's no wrong answers here.
Do a little tappy tap.
I'm gonna do some little tappy taps along the walls and try to find another spot, like PsychoBot did.
Build me a dice pool. You're beating a 12.
Okay. I've got to have my distinction. Okay. Well, I'm gonna use social because I'm trying to help all 3 of us at the same time.
Sure.
I'm going to use survive because I don't think I need to explain that. I'm going to use teamwork.
Okay.
And I'm going to use working for tips.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, man. Oh, shh. Come on. I got stuck. Oh, no. Okay. We have to beat a what?
A 12.
Oh, okay. I have have a 10 and a 12.
Oh, well then you've got a heroic
And 2
success. You've beat it by more than 5 points, meaning that you first give yourself a plot point. You should have 2 now. You also get to describe the scene to me. You will uncover a hard point pretty easily here. So go ahead, tell me exactly what happens.
Okay, so we uncover the plot point. We uncover the hard point.
Hell yeah.
And can I lash myself and ChroniCarl to Helpis's pants and then have Helpis click in to the hard point, please?
Okay.
Always willing to click.
Discovering the hard point, yes. This is going to require a separate roll for lashing yourself together, but it will only be a D6 challenge. And that is a 2 and a 4. You have to beat a 6. Whoever wants to beat or roll for this.
Historically, things have not gone well for me.
I was going to say, not landed anybody but landed.
It's been a little
maybe
rough,
not
buddy.
me.
Yeah.
I'll go for it.
Okay.
I have trauma from my rolls.
Oh, okay. So ChroniCarl, you're going to help lashing them together.
And myself with my collar.
I'm just. Oh, you want in on this? Okay. This is your final action. Then I was going to give you one for free, but this will be your final action. You're trying to all tie yourself together on this additional part.
I'm capable of a strong bear hug.
Hey, that's my job.
Bear hug.
Well, you just left us all to fend for ourselves.
You didn't ask for hugs.
I'll go for physical.
Okay.
Survive.
Okay.
For the greater good.
Take
for
it.
all of us.
Yep.
And use my elastic spine to make sure that we can be a nice ball of human and robot flesh.
Love it. Yeah, great.
Oh, that's a 7.
Oh, okay. That's the best you can make out of that. Any ones?
Yes, 1.
Okay, which die is it for?
Oh wait, no, that's a 10. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah. It was not. I have 2 1s though.
2 1s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What dice are your 1s on?
Physical and greater good.
Okay.
Or the greater good.
Your physical is only a 6, meaning that you're going to be shaking on this. Just a reminder, at any point you can spend a plot point to negate the effect of a complication, to basically say no thank you to a complication. And that may end up saving you in a scene, or saving you from being shaken. But right now you will get a D6 on your physical, and you will get a D6. What was the other one?
For the greater good.
On your distinction, the greater good. Meaning that one more complication that hits greater good, you will be taken out of the scene there. You do succeed, though, and it was only a 10, you said?
Yes.
So not a heroic success. You managed to lash yourself with the assistance of your elastic spine, wrapping yourself between Helpis's belt loop and Donny's belt. You lash them together with your physical body. The klaxon begins to sound, a different one this time, indicating that the traversal of the rift has begun. The ship goes oddly still for a second as it touches the milky white substrate of this area below space. And as it pushes down into it, you can feel everything very slowly coming out of phase. It becomes difficult to look at things, but as it happens, the shaking begins to intensify in a much more rhythmic and pulsing way. The outside, this transparent dome for the first time ever for all of you, especially you, Helpis, because this is the first day for, first of many for you.
First day of ever.
Yeah. You see this gooey, white, liquidy substance pushing up around the dome of Marty I's home on the Endeavor. And as it gets to the near peak, the light in the room starts to dim. And Marty, disheveled and obviously stressed from this whole thing, kind of half-heartedly makes a joke to all of you and says,
I'm fairly convinced that's a sauce. And I'm gonna mine it one day.
And the last of this substance of the rift peaks over the top of the dome, and the room is plunged into darkness, other than the soft lighting near the couches on the far side.
Is that jazz music still playing?
You know it. but not for long, because the shaking gets incredibly intense, incredibly rhythmic. You can feel your body being thrown about. ChroniCarl, your elastic spine is stretched to its very limit as Donny and Helpis bounce rhythmically off of one another like clackers on a child's toy. And PsychoBot, you're pretty comfortable, actually. It's not bad. This is probably maybe the best experience you've ever had rifting. And yeah, as the shaking grows more violent, more intense, the power to the ship cuts out. In the darkness, you hear a sound. The shaking subsides, but you have not yet punched through to the new star system. But you hear the doors of the lift slide open. This is a contest now.
Oh no.
I'm going to roll my own dice pool for the character entering this room. And you will have to beat this as he is attempting, or it, or she, is attempting to stay hidden. So give me a second while I assemble this. I cannot speak on what I am rolling, but I will let you know the values of the dice.
Okay.
A D12, a D12, a D8, and a D10. I will take the 8 and the 9. You can roll to make out what you can of this. A success will give you partial information. You have to beat a 17. Is there anybody that would like to roll?
No.
Okay.
We're just trying to perceive this entity.
You're trying to gather what information you can about this thing that has entered the room with you.
All right, I'll try. Okay. I'm going to go for mental, focus, critical examination, and investigation.
Okay. Let's hear that roll.
Okay. That's not going to do it. That's a 10, a 5, and 2 4s.
Okay. The ship is oddly calm at this moment, but you don't know what is here with you.
Is he the only one who gets to try?
Any of you can try.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna use social, focus.
Okay. Okay.
Just leave me alone because, again, now I have another person in my space.
Okay.
Oh wait, did I do that one? psychologist. It is my job to size up people, so I would obviously look him over for information, and then I'm going to use observant.
Okay.
68746.
I don't think that does it.
What did I have to beat?
17.
And what do we gotta? I only get to choose. I get to choose how many?
2.
So close.
I can try.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I can use social, because I'm trying to get information for us.
Okay.
Survive, because this feels seedy.
Okay.
I'll use out of order.
Mm-hmm.
And ambassador.
Okay. How does ambassador
No.
work here?
Because I'm the liaison between humans and robots, and it's one of those things.
Incredible.
Every sentient entity on board the ship is one of those things. I'm not going to allow that. I applaud your effort, though.
Good skill to have.
But
tried
doesn't
so
that
hard.
skill require sizing up the enemy, like gathering information about them?
No, I reject that. But nice try.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna use intuition though.
Okay, I'll accept intuition.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, no.
No?
4s and 5s.
Okay. You can hear a few faint noises and then a sharp metallic sound. And the doors to the lift opening again, but as soon as they open, the shaking returns twice as violent as it was before. Now, you are all going to have to roll to withstand these vibrations, because even attached to the anchor point, this is unlike any feeling that you've had going through a rift before. This is a high stakes roll, meaning that if you fail this roll, you are taken out of the scene. Those that are directly attached to the anchor point will have a D8 challenge, and I will roll that first. You will have to beat a 7, so that is PsychoBot and Helpis. Those not attached have a D12 challenge.
Ooh. Okay.
And that's a 17. Sorry, it's a 10 and a 7.
Okay, so we're doing what now?
You have to beat a 7 to withstand these hard vibrations, because you are directly attached to a hard point. You are shielded from the worst of it. But those not have to beat a D12 challenge, which is a 17, in order to stay part of the scene. This is a high stakes roll, meaning that any failure will take you immediately out of the
Do I
scene.
need to explain my pool to you, or just go for it?
You can just go for it. Oh no,
Okay.
You need to explain your pool to me. Sorry, just give me which dice you're using, because I want to make sure that we're all above board here.
I got a 4, 12, 10, 8.
Can you give me which dice?
Which
parts of the pool,
you want?
please?
So you want me to explain my pool to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to use physical, since this is physical in nature. Survive.
That's the part that I don't need. I will ask you a question. You don't have to justify it up front, okay? So physical, survive.
Leave me alone. And
Okay.
problem solving.
I'll accept it.
And I need to beat what, you said?
7.
I way beat that. 9 and 6. A 2 and 2.
Okay, that's a heroic success. Give yourself a plot point.
Woo!
I'm not going to ask you to describe this, because there's no outcome other than you don't get knocked unconscious by being shaken. You don't get damaged, essentially, by being shaken so hard by this. Help us, give me your roll.
All right, we got physical.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. Did I do? Yeah, so I didn't need a hand, but I want to use a plot point and step it up to a 10.
Okay.
And then strong fella.
Okay.
And And then rippling strength.
All right.
All right. Let's see what I've got. Oh, wow. Yeah, an 11 and an 8.
Okay. Heroic success. Give yourself that plot point back. And again, not going to ask you to describe it because you're basically just not being shaken to pieces.
Yeah.
Now we have our two who are not directly affixed. I'm going to ask for your roll first, Donny.
Okay. Can anybody step up a dice?
With a plot point.
For a plot point?
That's anyone.
Okay. All right. And I've got 2 of those. Well, I'm going to use survive.
Okay.
Side hustler. Because this sure isn't in my job description.
Okay.
I know I didn't need to explain. I'm rolling first, right? Because my roll will affect...
Potentially.
Okay, so can I use social? Since I'm trying to save me and ChroniCarl?
No. There's no social aspect to this. You're trying to resist. Yeah, I get it. You're just trying to resist the forces buffeting you.
Then I'll step up performance.
Okay.
To a 12.
Performance.
It's one of my skills.
Yeah, how is performance helping you on this?
Okay, good question.
Yeah, I mean,
teamwork
if you
instead.
can, yeah, sure. I'll buy teamwork more readily.
We'll go teamwork. Okay, we'll do that. And do. And human-robot relations because I'm trying to save ChroniCarl and myself.
I don't see it. I'm sorry. It's
okay.
It's like in an earthquake. You're not thinking about how best to diplomatic.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. All right. Okay. Oh man. 14.
Okay.
Is it? And I got a 4 besides that, so no ones.
All right. Well, that's you are taken out of the scene. I will let you know what happens after we get ChroniCarl's roll.
I'm just going to use socialist theory, take myself out of the scene. All the rest of you gain a plot point.
Okay, so...
All right.
I already have a hitch on my physical.
Okay.
So it's going to be even worse for me.
Okay.
And I don't want to risk it because I don't have very good anything for physical besides that, so I don't think I would beat a 17.
That's fair.
So we all get a plot point except you.
You all get a plot point, but he is now taken out of the scene. And I'm realizing a potentially fatal flaw in that if you know that a scene is about to end, you can take yourself out of it.
Do I get a plot point despite being taken out of the scene?
The wording of that is everyone gets a plot point.
Okay.
Does I get a plot point?
No, you don't get it.
Okay, I didn't think so.
So, as the shaking recommences, this intense, just body-rocking, basically unbearable shaking, the two of you, the two robots attached to the wall via hardpoint, are able to withstand it. However, the makeshift lashing that you've done with ChroniCarl to tie yourself to Helpis fails. ChroniCarl valiantly in that moment does his best to soften the blow, and his brief cry out as his elastic spine snaps is inspiring to all of you. It fills all of you with resolve, and you all gain an additional plot point. However, the snap does mean that Donny falls and hits the floor hard. Donny's head bounces off the metallic surface, and you fall unconscious.
Oh no.
Those left
That's unfortunate.
undamaged through this process, punch back through the other side of space. You watch as the process of being enveloped in that white goo runs in reverse, and it disappears at the peak of the dome with a faint pop. And you find yourself sitting in a new star system with hopefully new asteroids full of as yet undiscovered sauces.
Is there any kind of window to outside in here where we can see?
Literally all around you. It is a transparent dome.
Okay, I didn't know the dome was true. Okay.
The whole ceiling.
Yeah, so Helpis looks around and gestures. So this is what was in the rift.
And as you try to force the titular line yet again, you gesture broadly at the dome and you stop halfway through that sentence because you notice something in the room that was not there before.
Is that a hammer and servo?
God, please, no. Strung up from the fairy lights over the charging station is a number of silicon boards, some pieces of badly damaged spherical metal, 4 spindly limbs, and 2 ocular...
Oh no, Marty!
2 ocular goggle-shaped devices. And below it, you see painted in what is unmistakably a barbecue sauce. Viva la Revolution.
Is his cane just sitting by the fireplace like Tiny Tim too?
It's his cane. His cane is near the hard point from which he was previously attached.
Oh.
Scrawled on the wall in barbecue sauce below him is Viva la Revolution.
Well, I don't know how to help with this.
Most shockingly, you can see the MARTY CPU, one of the rarest CPUs, a market analysis CPU, has been pierced with a stake-like object and is affixed as the dot at the bottom of an exclamation point in this message.
Ooh.
Do you think he's going to be okay?
Get your quips in. Go on.
He's going to need very intensive therapy.
I'm unconscious.
That's right. Thank God.
Yep.
Thank God some of you could not get your quips
This
in.
is just kneeling over the unconscious people. Well.
Donny, you lay limp on the floor. ChroniCarl, your elastic spine is snapped. PsychoBot, you hear faintly a 4th kind of alarm sounding. This one more urgent than all the rest. And it's getting louder as a door opens in the edge of the room. And in walks Captain Ranit with 4 PSX security drones.
Helpis now has Donny and ChroniCarl in his arms. Please, my boys, help them.
Oh, my heart.
Ranit gasps at the scene of carnage in front of him. He raises his hand
bad, right?
and indicates to the PSX units to spread out and cover all the exits to the room.
When I saw Marty 1's kill switch indicator engaged, I couldn't believe it, but it's true, and
Nor can I.
What happened here?
We went through at the rift, and ended up here, and bad things happened. But Marty was a little out of sight, so don't really know. Also, this is kind of a lot for me. You're the 8th person I've met, including the other people that walked in with you.
Have you fashioned any kind of covering at this point at all?
Different pants.
Different pants?
It's just different.
I don't think we ever got the pants.
Yeah, I don't think you did. I think you're...
Oh wait, yeah, no. They're just covered in all the things I've wiped on them.
Okay. Do you have any explanation for this?
I don't have any explanation for most things.
He scans the room and his eyes land on you, PsychoBot. Do you know Captain Ranit?
I would have seen his picture at the very least.
Okay. He doesn't have sessions with you or anything like that?
He hasn't. Not yet. People have talked about him in sessions.
Okay. Do you have any explanation for this?
It is not my job to explain, but to listen. I'm listening.
Captain Ranit throws up his hands and he calls out to the PSX units. Detain them. Put them in the brig. You're all under arrest pursuant to the investigation of this death. Immediately, now, take them below decks.
You seem incredibly frustrated.
And
would you like to talk
that's where
about
we
this?
will end tonight's session. This has been episode 2 of What's in the Red, Viva la Revolution. I'm Josh Burgess, your game moderator. Our players are Grayson Stamm as ChroniCarl, Yolandi Hamilton as PsychoBot 2000, Ray Whitty as Donny Fink, and Landon Wisnan as Helpis. What's in the Rift is a production of Man in Jumpsuit. Check out our other offerings like the forthcoming streaming AP Curses and the audio fiction program Heart Glass. Visit what'sinthe.rift.com for more information on this show and maninjumpsuit.com for more information on our other podcasts and projects. As always, fuck all fascists and Nazis, and I love you.
Comrade, your power is inside you. This is the time and here's the place. Beneath the hammer and the servo, our voices ring together.
Thank you so much for being a part of the first session of Hammer and Servo, the second season
Only been
of What's in the
alive
Rift.
for 4 hours. I've already turned to a life of crime.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait to see how you guys fuck this.
It'll be great.
Oh, man. I mean, we've fucked ourselves up.
Yeah,
pretty much.
we're our own antagonists.
Well, I will say this: I have not prepared any sessions beyond the one that we are running at any given moment because I know how these things go now. I know how you're all just gonna fuck everything every which way. So
last season, he prepared a whole thing, and by the time we were halfway through episode 2, he was like, none of it works.
It was all thrown out.
It's all gone.
Yep. Okay, cool. You guys can stop your recordings.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.